Hey, so I'm just experiencing a bunch of downloads today, so I'm going to be posting these videos sporadically. You'll be like, why she got the same outfit on? Because I recorded the videos the same day. Digital media. I surely shouldn't have said that. Whatevs. Whatevs. I gotta be myself too, you know? I can't just accept you and not have space for me. Alright. Moon. Feelings, right? I sound like I was in my feelings 2 seconds ago and I thought about that. Okay, the magician. Yes, yes, you make shit happen, right? Judgment. The world. Okay. I like this. You know what? I like this because this, look at this, right? There's some dark, light, right? So there's something has finally come into balance, right? Something has finally come into balance. So if I'm looking at what has come into balance, the first card I pulled was the moon. So if I'm pulling the moon, you know, it's not, whoever was curious about you or whatever it was you're doing that was a mystery to people, it ain't a mystery no more. It's not a mystery anymore, right? And so this is about interacting in relationships that afford clarity. Confusion is no longer acceptable. It being unclear is no longer acceptable. And I think people are getting clear about you, and you're getting clear about like how you present, right? And so this is about what healthy emotions look like. So good job. I say it's about what healthy emotions look like, magician. So whatever it is that you're doing, it's really changed the way people assess their own emotional reactions. And so people are starting to realize that they react to you. And that you're not bothered. Like, it's almost like you're transmuting all that. It's intentional too. Let me be very clear, honey bunches of oats. It has been intentional negative energy being thrown at you, and you've transmuted it. It's almost like, bitch, I'm unbothered. Find something new to do. And because of that, right, you got people kind of like, she is really unbothered, right? But it also makes them look at themselves like, why the fuck am I so hell-bent on this anyway? Like, who convinced me that this was appropriate and okay, like, to behave in that way, right? So it's really dope because you're kind of like decoding expectations. It's like, okay, but I will not do things that bother, harm, or hurt people, and that's really dope, right? Because people are starting to see like you ain't that shit, right? Like you a grown woman, you a grown man. So whoever this is, right? Some little girl playing games, she realized, oh shit, like that doesn't work, right? So she's hopeful, but she also realizes like, yo, I probably need to communicate. You know, it's like the person I'm dealing with probably requires communication. So for some of you, this is people wanting to come back after making unfair judgments. They already know that like it might not be possible. They probably, like, you probably already blocked them. You probably already like removed them from any means of contacting you. So some of them are uncertain of what it would look like if they found another way to contact you. But a lot of people, whoever this is, they see you doing it, right? They see you with this unfulfilled potential that you're running after. And they're just looking at it, right? Like you whoever you are, you're quite an impressive person, and you're just like super humble. So it's very attractive to people because it makes them kind of, what am I getting here? Like they review their own lives. So with you, there's this comparison. So at one point there was a comparison. Like people would compare themselves to you, and it made them behave and act a certain way towards you, not knowing, you know, here you were with some depth to you, right? There was deepness with you, but maybe superficiality prevented people from moving towards you in a manner that celebrated and uplifted you and really created relationships, right? So there's some people, whoever this is for, this is people realizing that like they didn't put any effort into having a relationship with you. So it was easier for you to walk away from them. They're realizing in this moment, you're not the bad guy. You're a sane, rational human being. and they didn't offer much. And you did it with such grace to just kind of, detach and, let people be who they are and come to their own moment of realization about this. That's really dope of you. I really like that. So go, hey. So this is someone, respecting their own self-worth, right? So you were dealing with somebody who didn't see you as worthy, and now they get it. Like, you knew your worth the whole time. And that scares the shit out of them, because they're trying to understand, why do they feel the need to be able to manage people, control people in the way that they do? Like, why is that their approach to social relationships? So you really are an eye-opener to individuals, right? So this is where a lot of that judgment comes. So if they would sleep, they wide awake now. They wide awake now. So, if you're moving towards something, and especially a dream, right? Dream keeps coming up. So never mind. So if you're moving toward a dream, people feel like you're really gonna get it. They feel like it's perfect for you, like it's undeniably hands down yours. But it's also this idea that whoever this small group of people, maybe it was like 100, maybe like 40 something people, right? Who really listened to one person who turned out to be, I wouldn't even say a hater, just, I don't know, just confused in comparison to you. That's the best way to say it. I don't like to look at people as like losers or pitiful or things like those. Are really harsh energies and words. They're very, very, very low vibrational, right? This is somebody who put their self-esteem into material things, right? They put their self-esteem into the way that they showed up, right? They have this facade, right? But the difference between you and them, whoever this is like, when it comes to delivering, you are more consistent than this person. You have the consistency, but you're known for this, and not in the same way that this other person is known. And actually, in many instances, this person being affiliated with you was more of a benefit for them than it was for you. So it's totally fine if there is no contact anymore. This was a really long message. Okay, the world. All right, so your table is being prepared. This is you being in a long line for a very long time, right? You not being one of the first, but being the last, right? They save the best for last. So this is about your ability to sustain. This is about, you still producing, you having this abundant mindset, for you really taking the lead and doing what you said you were gonna do, right? You are innovating, manifesting life. You're bringing in what it is you feel is going to get you to that next level, right? And you held that vision. And so for those who so this is two-part judgment, right? So you have a small group. I just feel like the small group who intentionally turn their back on you, and try to convince other people to do it too. And for whatever reasons, it's a good thing that they did that, right? That they completely detached themselves from you, because the world is giving you what you like. You're getting it from a different source, right? So it's like somebody who, they talked to the 40 people they had access to because that's their world, not realizing that you talked to the 400,000 people. And that made a difference. It made a difference because you probably already have some fingerprint someplace. So you were already moving towards this. And that was before you met this person, and you can still do it as you keep going. So this is one of those things where sometimes it would behoove people to really get to know the people around them, right? To understand what they bring to the table, who they are, right? And so I keep hearing diversity and inclusion, right? So some of you who don't put much matters into racism, it was discrimination. It was, but you're really good with your emotions. We started with your emotions, right? You just always unbothered. So, it was someone who went out of their way to try to prevent you from getting an opportunity, to prevent other people from seeing you in the best light. And it doesn't even matter what those people did in the darkness and the shadows, right? Because they were ruled by their emotions and they were immature about the whole scenario. You are getting a table. It is being prepared before everybody. And anybody who realizes now, like who realizes it now, look at this card. That's like a dark cloud hanging over somebody. They realize now they might not have made the best choice. The thing that they did to you might not have been wise. And some of these people are going through it and they're very fearful because they're like, oh shit, like, is this a direct result? Is this my karma for what I did to her? Some people are starting to wake the fuck up. They're starting to wake the fuck up. Some people are scared because there are people 15 levels above them who fuck with you. So they don't got no room to do whatever it is. And if anything, they're going to be pushed out, right? So this is about a group who tried to ostracize you. Who tried to convince others that like you weren't about that thing, but like, honey, you're magic. You created something. You stayed focused. You were tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. And because you stayed so focused on what you were doing, you are able to eat. And it had nothing to do with anybody else except you, source, being plugged in, and recognizing like what you wanted the fruits of your labor to produce. So not only did you plant the seeds for the orange tree, but you get to take the oranges off the tree and make juice. You know? You didn't get lemons. You got sustenance. That's dope. Congratulations to you. Some really dope energy. Okay. I'm going to stop with the Millennial Tarot. I'm going to do another one for the Astrology Energy Oracle.